That should be enough to keep a decent fire.
Good. I hate collecting wood. It's so bad for my paws, and don't even get me started on my coat. All this dust and grime and sweat. Ugh!
What a tragedy.
Are you feeling any better? Since Tojo Falls, I mean.
I guess. I'm still worried about Espeon, but Glaceon says the crystal's pull is really strong. We could probably catch him by tomorrow if we skip camp and keep walking.
We can't do that, Umbreon. If we pull an all-nighter, we'll be completely spent if any trouble arises.
I know. I'm just anxious.
Maybe some rest will make you feel better.
Maybe.
Hey, let's chat on more timber. I'm freezing out here.
Stop being so crabby. We're coming.
Dear Psyduck, my name is Ashawat. I have been reading your column for a long time now, and I was wanting some advice. I like the way I am now, and I'm worried that when I evolve, I won't be myself anymore. What I was wondering was, how do I know when I'm about to evolve?
Why would you write a Psyduck asking about evolution? He's not even evolved yet.
Psyduck is a genius, you know? He's traveled all over the place. I'm sure if he wanted to evolve, he would.
Why wait? I say if you're able to evolve, you should go for it.
I disagree. I think it's important to savor your life before evolving. You're only an Eevee once.
Flareon's right. And there's no shame in being an Eevee. My parents are still Eevees.
Really? How is that even possible?
Evolution is different for everyone. Some evolve with stones, some evolve because of a meaningful experience, and some never evolve at all.
Well, I never chose to become an Umbreon. It just kind of happened.
Just kind of happened? How does that work?
I spent a lot of time running around at night. That's the only time I had to myself when I was younger. My brother was very cautious with me after I lost my tail.
What happened to your tail?
Vaporeon!
No, it's okay. I don't mind. For as long as I can remember, it's just been me and Espeon. We had to forage our own food, find our own places to sleep, that kind of stuff. And one day, we got turned around in the forest and ended up surrounded by bandits. They grabbed me by the tail and threatened Espeon for all that he had.
Hand over everything you got, and we'll let him go.
Put me down!
Leave him alone. Hey.
Jeez. That's rough.
It's not so bad. Espeon took it a lot harder than I did. He would hover over me all the time. Didn't let me do anything for myself. It was so suffocating that I started sneaking out at night while he was asleep.
Does he know you used to do that?
Are you kidding? He'd freak out if he knew. The only time he ever caught me was because I came home looking like this.
So how did you evolve? Surely not just from running around.
It was a full moon that night, and I was in the woods. I was trying to get better at maneuvering without my tail. I heard a cry for help not too far away and ran over to it. There was a Noctowl attacking a little Spinnerack. I jumped in without thinking and fought off the Noctowl. After the fight, I evolved.
So you evolved after one fight? Well, that's so cool!
It wasn't just because of the fight. It represented something greater. It was a meaningful moment.
I still don't get it. I had plenty of meaningful moments before that.
Evolution works in mysterious ways. Scientists still don't fully understand it.
What about you, Glaceon? How come you evolved, but your parents didn't?
I always wanted to be a Glaceon. My parents bought me an ice stone for one of my birthdays.
They brought you an ice stone? That's worth even more than your average evolution stone. How on earth did they manage that?
They saved up for years. Even when we were on hard times, they would set aside a little bit of money from every mission. They felt like evolving was frivolous and never bothered buying their own stones. Not that they could have afforded them anyway, but they knew how badly I wanted it.
Sounds like they really love you.
Why do you sound so down, Flareon? I'm sure you could have had whatever stone you wanted with all that contest money.
No, actually. My whole family were Flareons. I was evolved so young that I don't even remember being an Eevee at all. It was never my choice to make.
That's terrible.
That's just how it was. I know you think contests are silly, but those who participate take them very seriously. The expectation is perfection, and anything less is failure. There was no way I could possibly be happy there like I am with Team 5.
So, what? Your parents disowned you?
No, I left them. Espeon approached me about joining the rescue team, and I was very eager. And when I told my parents, they shot me down immediately.
Contests are your birthright. No son of mine will do rescue work.
My whole life had been birthright this, family name that, and I finally said no. I saw Espeon's offer and realised that this was my chance to make a real decision for myself. I haven't looked back since.
I'm glad my dad was never like that.
The Pangoro, right? What was he like?
I'm surprised you knew about my dad.
Glaceon told me. We talked about it a bit yesterday when we were searching for Delcatty.
If you want to know about me, you should just ask me yourself, you know. I don't bite.
Yeah. Well?
Stern, tough, always had something to say. But even though he was hard on me sometimes, he took really good care of me. I never went hungry or got hurt when he was around.
You make living in the woods almost sound nice.
It wasn't always that good. Wild Pokemon get super territorial, so you always have to be on guard. Pangoro took it really seriously. For the longest time, I remember trying to join him on his patrols of the forest. He'd always say no. After a while, though, he opened up and trained me.
A big hulking bear training a blind Eevee? How does that work?
Well, it's all about feeling. Instincts and stuff. Pangoro taught me all about it. You can hear the wind as it whistles past trees and feel the burning of the sun on your fur and know where you are. Know where everything else is? It's kind of hard to explain. You just know.
Why did you choose to be a Leafeon? Was it because of all the trees and the wind and stuff?
Not exactly. As Pangoro got older, it was harder for him to protect the forest like he used to. He told me that I needed to be stronger in case he ever wasn't around to protect me. I thought that was silly, since I was already strong, but he insisted I use the stone he found to evolve. I was never the same after that, you know? One day, Dad gives you a rock, and suddenly you're different forever. Lucky for me, I liked what I turned into, right? I'm stronger, lighter, faster. I'm everything I wanted to be, but I'm still the same me underneath it all. Just a little more me, I guess.
I get that. Like, you were always you, but suddenly you feel what it's like to recognize yourself.
What about you, Vaporeon? How did you evolve?
You know, I don't think I've heard your story before, Vaporeon.
Oh. Well, I grew up on a small island in Kanto. I was the only kid on the island, so I didn't have any friends my age. Being stuck on an island didn't let me go find too many new ones either. One day, I heard a Slowpoke migrated to the island. Me mama told me they would visit every few years. I met a Slowpoke around my age and we did everything together. Well, not everything. I wasn't the best swimmer. But he would come visit me on the shore all the time and we would talk for hours. Every day he brought me a shell he'd found in the water, and I thought they were the coolest things. After a few months, Slowpoke came up to the shore to greet me, but he seemed a little sad. This time he brought me a water stone instead of a shell. Wow, a water stone? This is amazing! We'll be able to do so much stuff together.
Actually...
Okay? Is something wrong?
Our migration to Cinnabar is ending tomorrow. We're gonna go back north.
Wait, you're leaving?
We have to. I'm sorry, Eevee.
But the island is so boring without you. If you leave, I won't have anyone to talk to anymore.
That's why I want you to have this stone. I think you should leave the island too.
I can't do that. I've lived my whole life here.
I was really homesick when we migrated down here, but you made me really happy. Your smile is infectious. I think the rest of the world deserves to see it too.
I talked to Mama about it, and she agreed with Slowpoke. So I used the stone and hung out with Slowpoke in the water for the first time before he left. I waved goodbye to him and his family as they set off north, said adios to Madre, and swam off in a different direction.
But I don't understand. Why wouldn't you just go with Slowpoke?
Well, I'm not a Slowpoke.
Migration packs are specific to certain species. A Vaporeon wouldn't be able to go on the Slowpoke migration.
It all worked out, though. I found my way into Kanto and started my adventure. And I joined Team 5.
Well, I'm glad you did it.
Gracias, Umbreon. Yo también.
Well, on that note, I think we should try to get some shut-eye. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day.
You know, Jolteon, you still haven't shared your story with us.
Don't worry about it. It's not a story worth sharing.
Come on, Jolteon, it's only fair.
Look, it's kind of embarrassing. I don't really like talking about it. Umbreon, you should tell it.
You told Umbreon and not me?
He didn't tell me. I was literally there for it. But I think you should tell it, Jolteon.
Do I really have to?
Come on, we all opened up. I thought you were finally gonna give us a little genuine emotion for once.
Oh, fine. Just remember, it was a long time ago. I grew up in Celadon, a rough part of Kanto. It was a survival by any means kind of society there. And believe me, I was surviving. It wasn't always pretty, but I made it work. I was never one to forage or live in the woods or whatever. So I did what I had to do.
What exactly does doing what you had to do mean?
I was entrepreneurial, you could say. If I needed something and it wasn't given to me, I would take it. I learned pretty quick that if you didn't take an opportunity when it was given to you, you would lose it to someone faster. There was a shop in town that handled all sorts of expensive stuff, and one day they got a Thunderstone in. I walked by the window at night, and when I saw it, I just couldn't help myself, I guess. I broke the window, grabbed the stone, and ran.
What? You were a robber?
Obviously, it sounds crazy when I say it out loud, but you weren't there. If I didn't take it, either someone else would have stolen and sold it, or some rich, out-of-touch jerk would buy it and put it on a shelf somewhere. It was an impulsive decision, but to tell you the truth, I don't regret it. As soon as I used it, I felt so alive. Like I'd opened my eyes for the first time.
So, where was Umbreon?
Well, the next morning, when the shopkeepers came back and realized they'd been robbed, they put out a bulletin for a rescue team to return their stone. And wouldn't you know it, there was a rookie team of 2 brothers who were stopped in Celadon that day.
Espeon and I were still pretty new to being on a team, and he was really hesitant to take any dangerous jobs. But when you're in a place like Kanto, basically every job is a dangerous job. When he saw the bulletin for a burglary, he jumped on it, since everything else was throwing yourself at bandits.
It wasn't long until they caught up with me. I was the only guy in town that could have evolved with the thing. Then I met Espeon.
Espeon saw a lot of potential in you. And it wasn't like he'd be able to bring the stone back, since you already used it.
He cut me a deal. He said he'd either send me back to the shopkeepers and I could work off the cost of the stone, which would take months, Or I could come with him and Umbreon, so they could keep an eye on me. I told him I'd tag along, and I figured I'd run off at some point while they were sleeping, but
You never did.
Espeon got in my head, I guess. The nonstop prattle about ethics and dignity and blah, blah, blah. He saw something in me I didn't see in myself.
Espeon really believed in all that stuff. It's not like him at all to steal that crystal, or hit an innocent Pokemon. Something is seriously wrong.
We'll be seeing him before long. Whatever mess he's in, we'll help him out of it. Just like he helped us.
Yeah, we'll fix this.
So, what did Psyduck say? In the column?
Oh, I forgot. Let's see. Dear Oshawott, thank you for writing in. The truth is, there's no way to know when you're going to evolve. But you shouldn't let that worry you. Change is a beautiful thing. Sometimes it's scary and big, and sometimes it's easy and small. But these changes are what make us who we are. Without change, how could we experience the dew of a new morning or watch the leaves change colors with the seasons? Change isn't always something you can control, but it is something you can embrace. We all change, little Oshawott, but you are what you choose to be.